operation on my neck to relieve compression on my spine where the injury is, and have shown minor motor improvements. I have sensation and some movement in all my limbs. I did not have what they call a complete break. I will begin physio and rehabilitation as soon as possible. At the moment, it is unclear whether I will be able to walk again, or if I'll ever be able to hold a pen. I'm speaking these words through Isabella, who is slowly typing them into her iPad. I'm determined to keep writing. It has never mattered to me more. 6th of January, 2023. I wasn't a happy child, but I wasn't an unhappy one either. Once I could read, I was free. I could go to libraries every day, often accompanied by my mother, and I saw that books were a way out of my immediate surroundings. Soon I learned to cycle. Alone, I could explore the streets and fields of the countrified semi-suburbs in which I grew up. It was a county called Kent, which had been bombed to hell not long before I was born. In those days, parents were less police-like. They gave you a penny at the beginning of the day and didn't expect to see you until the evening. I cycled all day, stopped where I wanted, and talked to anyone who had a story for me. I'm still like that. The third element in my liberation was the discovery of my father's typing manual. My father himself had been a journalist and was writing fiction. His vigorous typing in his sexy shirt sleeves seemed impressive. One day, he bought a little portable typewriter in a blue case, of which he was incredibly proud. He swung it round and round because it was light, and suddenly announced he was going to Vietnam to be a war correspondent, like Hemingway or Norman Mailer. I started to blindfold myself with my school tie, and found I could type the correct words in order without looking. It was exhilarating. I had been reading Crime and Punishment at the time, always a cheery go-to book for a young man, and as practice I began to copy out pages from this great novel. At school I had been a disaster, but at last I had found something I could do. I never had the desire to write underwater stories, adventure stories, or amazing tales involving giants, dwarfs, elves, or mermaids. I didn't know much about those things, but I did know the people around me, and I guess that made me into something of a realist. One day, looking out the window at school, I called myself a writer. I found the title suited me like a good shirt. I was keen for others to apply the word to me, even though I hadn't yet written anything. After all, at school many words had already been applied to me, words like brownie or packy or shitface. So I found my own word. I stuck to it and never let it go. It is still my word. Excuse me for a moment. I must have an enema now. The last time a medical digit entered my backside was a few years ago. As the nurse flipped me over, she asked, "How long did it take you to write Midnight's Children?" I replied, "If I had indeed written that, don't you think I would have gone private?" 7th of January, 2023. Before my accident, when I woke up in the morning, the first thing I would do is make my coffee and go upstairs to my desk, which overlooks the street. Around the edge of the desk, in various pots and old coffee cups, I have dozens of fountain pens, pencils, markers. I also have many bottles of ink in numerous colours, from the ludicrous to the sober. I would pick up a pen and make a mark on a page of good thick paper, then make another mark, write a word, a sentence, and another sentence, until I felt something waking up inside me. The writing zigzagged across the page in multicolours, as though there had been an accident in a schoolroom. As I made these marks, I began to hear characters speaking. If I was lucky, they might start talking to each other, or even amusing one another. I would feel excited and that my life had meaning at last. I'm sure pain